Okay. Hello. Thank you for those of you who popped in on the Zoom meeting. And again, I apologize for all the technical issues and that my computer decided to update right before our meeting. So this will go over all the information about the trip and hopefully answer any questions that you have. And if you do have questions, still you can feel free to email me and I will get back to you and answer those. So this is about our 2022 Italy and Greece trip. This will be a 12-day tour of Rome, Athens, and the Greek Isles. And so what we're going to go over in this presentation is talking about safety and the partnership with EF Tours that we have, our travel plans and itinerary, why travel is really beneficial to students, what's included in the price of the trip, how much it costs and when we're going, and how to enroll. So my name's Ms. Smith, and I teach at URA Charter Academy. I've been here since the school opened, and I've been leading our travel program since my second year here. And I love to travel. I first traveled internationally when I was in graduate school. I went to Peru, and then I went to Italy for 2 weeks. And then ever since then, I've just been traveling as much as possible because I love to experience the different cultures and learn about the world that we live in. And I think that it offers a really great opportunity for our high school students to experience that as well. I wish I would have been able to have done a trip like this when I was in high school and started traveling a lot sooner. So I'm really excited to be able to offer this to students. So here are some pictures that I've taken from trips that we've done in the past. So all of these are places that we've traveled to. We've traveled to Capri and the Mediterranean coast in Italy, Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. We've seen Notre Dame in Paris, the Eiffel Tower. This is a picture of the Alps in Austria. And then we've rode the London Eye and saw Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. And so we will see many picturesque places as we go to Italy and Greece as well. So 2022 seems like a long way away. So why should we start planning now? That's because I think given this crazy year, we could all look forward to something right now. And so this is a great time to be able to sign up for something that's going to be a good ways in the future when hopefully the world is a lot more normal and it allows you to spread your payments over a longer period of time, as well as the fact that EF allows you to enroll risk-free right now. And so we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So I've used EF Tours for all of our student trips. I love working with them. They're super great. They have a ton of experience, as well as offices in Athens and in Rome, which we'll be traveling to. They are accredited just like our schools are accredited, so they can offer high school credit for these trips as well. And I think they're just a really great company for us to partner with. And EF is really big on safety. We will have a tour director with us the whole time that speaks the languages of the countries that we're going to. They have emergency response teams. They also support any additional safety policies that I want to implement for our trip. And then we do require that we have one chaperone for every 6 travelers or 6 students that we have going on our trip. Typically, my ratio is a lot smaller than that because I typically have a lot of adults that want to travel on these tours as well. So EF allows you to book with confidence with their peace of mind policy. This is already built into every trip. It allows us flexibility if we need to change dates or destinations based on things that occur. So we were actually able to use this past summer. We were supposed to go to Spain, but because of COVID, we had to cancel that. And so EF allowed us to rebook that for July of 2021, and we didn't have to pay any fees or do anything like that. They also have global travel protection, which is already included in the price of the trips that we'll go over. And this would cover on-tour emergencies and things like that. And then they also are offering an additional Global Travel Protection Plus that would allow you to book now, and you could cancel anytime at any reason up until the day before we left for the trip and get a full refund. So if you're still hesitant about booking, I can give you some more information about the Global Travel Protection Plus as well. They're also offering risk-free enrollment currently. So you can enroll on the trip or enroll your student on the trip, and you could cancel for any reason before May 1st, 2021, and you would get a full refund. So let's check out our itinerary because it's really great. We are going to be flying into Rome, and we'll spend 3 days there. We'll go to Pompeii, and then we'll fly to Greece. We'll spend some time in Athens, and then we'll do a 4-day Greek cruise, or a Greek island cruise, and then we'll fly home from Athens. So we're going to Rome, Athens, and then the Greek Isles. And I can't wait to see these places in person. I've been to Rome before several times, but I've never been to Greece, so I'm super excited about that. Rome is one of my favorite cities, so I'm really excited to be going back again. And of course, once we're there, we're going to see the Colosseum, the Roman Forum. We'll go to Vatican City. We'll see the Sistine Chapel. We'll go to Pompeii and tour the ruins there, and then the Acropolis and the Parthenon in Greece. And then we'll do our Greek island cruise, and we will be on the ship for 4 days, but we will disembark at these islands and be able to explore them as well. So I love taking students on these trips. I feel like they come home changed for the better. They get to learn a lot about the world around them. They get to see the places that they've studied in their history classes, which is really great. And they just come home more confident and independent, which are great skills for them to build as they're getting ready to graduate high school and go into college or enter the workforce and things like that. So EF also works with us to help personalize learning. Your student can earn high school credit through this trip. So EF has a great project-based tool that they use where students can choose which project they would like to complete, and they would create an essential question for their project. And then as they go on tour, they would take pictures and learn different things that they could tie into their project. And when they would come home, they would complete it, submit it to EF, and they could earn a high school credit. This would count as an elective credit towards their high school credit. And EF also offers the Uncommon app, which is really great for students to use, especially if your student is going to be traveling right before their junior or senior year. This application will allow them to use their trip experience to write their college application essays, and it will help them craft that essay, which is really cool. So EF uses group travel, which I love because it will combine our group with other schools who are traveling to the same place. So students will also be able to meet people from all around the country and get to know them. And our students have always loved doing this. They keep in contact with the other students that they've met from other states. And so not only are they being able to travel internationally, but they're also being able to meet people from different regions within the United States. So here's what's included for our trip. This will include our airfare there and back, as well as our flight from Rome to Greece. It will include hotel rooms, and EF always has really nice, clean hotel rooms that we stay in. It includes our full-time tour director, all of our transportation while we're there, everything that's on the itinerary, the tours, the activities, the admission for all of those things is already included in the price. Breakfast and dinner is included daily. When we're on the cruise, lunch will also be included. And I like the fact that lunch isn't included for the rest of the trip because it gives students the opportunity to try kind of traditional lunches and things like that. Whereas dinner, EF realizes these are high school students, and so even though they want to make food traditional, they still kind of cater to students who may be picky, but at lunch you have the opportunity to kind of explore different dishes and things like that. It also includes the 24/7 emergency hotline and tourist assistance if we had any problems. It includes a tour donation page that you can share on social media so people can donate to your trip. So you could ask for donations at Christmas or your birthday, things like that, to help you pay for the trip. It includes access to the project-based learning program and the Uncommon app that I mentioned, as well as a backpack you'll get before we leave and the travel insurance as well. So things that aren't covered would be the cost of a passport if your student doesn't have their passport yet. The passport would also need to be valid for at least 6 months after we return. It doesn't include spending money for souvenirs and things like that, or lunches and snacks that your student might want. We also take money to tip our tour guides at the different sites that we visit. And then I mentioned earlier that while the basic travel protection is included, EF also offers the Global Travel Protection Plus, which would allow you to book now and cancel for any reason up until the day before the trip and get a full refund. So let's look at the pricing of the trip. EF offers several ways to pay for the trip. They have a bi-weekly plan, a monthly plan, you could pay in full, or they have a manual payment plan option. Now, keep in mind that EF right now is offering a $300 early enrollment discount. So this would be off of the price of this trip, which would also make the monthly payment and the bi-weekly payments a little bit cheaper. So there is a $95 deposit to enroll. That comes off the price of the trip. But the price, like I said, includes airfare, and airfare to Europe in the summer is pretty expensive by itself, between $1,500 and $2,000. But it also includes that 4-day cruise of the Greek islands, which is really, really cool. So while this trip is a little bit more than the typical Europe trips that we do, it offers a lot more bang for your buck in the things that you get to experience. So in comparison, the first time that I went to Europe, I went for 2 weeks when I finished my master's degree through my college, and it cost me $6,000 to go to Italy, and that did not include any of my meals. So I really think that EF is a super valuable rate if you're looking into travel. So there's several options, like I said, that you can choose your own payment option. And then keep in mind too, it's risk-free enrollment because you can cancel up until May 2021 if you need to. The price for adults is a little bit higher because adults room 2 to a room, whereas students room 3 to 4 to a room. But adults are welcome to travel with us. Just know that EF gears their tours towards students, and so they're pretty active. We do a lot of walking and things like that. So ways to help fund your trip. In addition to the payment plans, EF does have a scholarship application that students can submit. You do have access to a tour donation page once you enroll that you can share with family and friends through social media and email and get donations that way. That's one of the ways I paid for my Italy trip in college, was I asked for money for Christmas and birthdays and things like that. And then EF has the early enrollment discount right now, so you would get $300 off the price of the trip if you enroll before the deadline. So we are leaving for this trip in June 2022, mid-June. We don't know the exact date yet because we're still so far out. I think the date that I requested was June 14th or June 13th, somewhere in there. And so with EF, we could potentially leave 4 days before or after the departure date. We won't know exactly, like I said, until closer to time because this is still a good ways out. So we'll travel somewhere within this time period. And of course, I'm super excited. We can toss a coin in the Trevi Fountain. The myth is if you toss a coin in the fountain, you will come back to Rome. This has been true for me. I did it my first time in Rome, and I've been back about 4 times since then. So I think it's true. We'll also get to see the Parthenon and walk around that in Greece. And what I'm looking forward to the most might be the food. I love gelato in Italy. I love the pizza. I love Greek food. So the food's going to be amazing and delicious. I'm super pumped about that. So we have 12 spots available for this trip. I like to keep the trips a little bit smaller because it makes it easier for me to manage. So if you want to sign up, it's a $95 deposit, and that gets you enrolled in the trip, and that comes off the price of your trip as well. If you enroll by Monday, November 30th, you can get the $300 discount. Once you enroll, the $300 discount will be credited to your account, and you'll see it come off of the price of the trip. So I would definitely take advantage of that because remember, you can book now, and then if you need to cancel later, you can do that over the next couple of months. So I would definitely sign up now to take advantage of the discount while it's still available. So the enrollment is open now. I have also included the link to the enrollment page where you can go through and see more information about the itinerary. You can get more information about the pricing, and you can enroll directly from that website. You can also see the EF customer service number if you want to contact them if you have questions about the payment plan or the Global Travel Protection Plus insurance. So I have included a link to that enrollment page as well. So hopefully that helps answer some questions that you might have about the tour. And if you have any other questions, please reach out and let me know.